Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be playing with this palette by Posh Culture, X Makeup Toyz. I've been following her on Instagram for quite a while now, and I've just really liked all of her makeup looks and everything. Super good. She had came out with this palette a while ago. I was still basically on a no-buy all of last year, so I did not pick it up, but over the Christmas period, as you saw if you've seen my what I got for Christmas video, I decided to pick this sucker up. So this is what this lovely palette looks like. It is very, very pretty. I should be inserting a clip in somewhere that will kind of show you the swatches and everything. But it is a super fun, pretty look. I should be inserting it hopefully here. I'm really curious to see what you guys think, if you guys think I did a good job, if you are curious just to, I don't know, join me on this fun channel, all that stuff. I really would appreciate it if you gave me a like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff, and let's just get on started with the video. So I'm sure that you already saw the inspiration photo for this, but if not, we can insert it right here again so you can see what I'm going for. Alright, so first I'm going to dip into this shade right here. So a lot of these shades, I don't know fully how to pronounce them, so I will be including like the name somewhere on the screen so you can see. But I am taking Blend Bunny Cosmetics B1 brush, and I'm just going to start building that up into kind of my crease, or the cut crease shape that I want. This blue, I feel like the first time I played with it didn't look as pretty, but now that I see it like this, it's just like, holy cow. Very vibrant. Next, I'm gonna go in with this light green shade here with the same by Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the B4 brush. And just starting to lightly go over the top. Now, when these two are layered over each other, I don't know if you can see it on camera really well, but they do create a different shade of green. Like a darker green. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep applying that. Alright, and just taking the B5 brush from Blend Bunny Cosmetics and just going over the edges just to soften everything. So I kind of swim back and forth between the blue and the green shade, just using this bigger B5 brush just to kind of get a nice blend that I'm looking for. We might go back, we might not, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the crease with using the Colored Rain eyeshadow primer again, and then we will be right back. Okay, so once that's done, I'm gonna take this brush I never use, Morphe M12 brush, but I feel like it'll work really well because the placement that she did was kind of angular, which is slightly different than how I normally do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. It's like a orangey brown terracotta shade. Again, if you're new here, your girl is colorblind, so we're gonna hold with that kind of color. But anyways, that's what the color looked like in the picture to me. So I'm just gonna layer that, starting with the blue, or like layering it over the blue, sorry. And then I kind of almost just lightly bringing it along my lash line, like as if I was doing this as an eyeliner. This shade is so pretty. It's like the first time today I'm playing with it, or today is the first time I've ever used it, and it is very pretty. To me, it gives me like orange, but like earthy orange. I don't know, it's so pretty. So next, using the same brush, I'm just gonna dip into the orange shade and just basically do the same thing, applying it over the top and blending it in with the shadow. These shades though, like if you can't tell, are like very pigmented and they're very pretty, and none of them so far are doing that weird, like, in my opinion, like too hard to blend, which I really appreciate, because there's nothing worse than playing with eyeshadow and then feeling like you completely suck at makeup because it's not blending in. Okay, and with the same brush, I'm going to take a little bit of the matte yellow and then the shimmery kind of yellow. So I'll probably do a little bit more of the matte yellow first, just to kind of get that laid down first. Taking it a little bit into the inner corner. I can already tell I'm going to have to go back a little bit and relayer some of these, but That's no biggie. This is so pretty. I need to do this color combination more like the orange and the yellow and all of that. So pretty. Going back in with a little bit more of the orange on this side just to help it to blend a little bit easier. Okay, I'll take a little bit of that shimmery shade and just apply that. And then I cannot wait to use that super, it's not super, but the, I think it's called Panorama shade, the other shimmery shade. That, I wasn't sure if she used that one in her inner corner, but it does look like she did. I think I might use a little bit of NYX glitter glue real quick, but oh my god. Do you see this? Ah, I feel so colorful. I love it so much. Let's go ahead and take just a little bit of the NYX glitter glue. Okay, so just applying a little bit of the NYX glitter glue. Going right along the edge. This is making me feel like ready for summer. Anyways, okay, so we're gonna go in with this shimmery shade. It looks a bit like silver to me on the palette, but I think it's kind of just a, I don't know if I want to say more sheer, but it kind of, it's definitely a nice sparkly shade to layer over, just to get a nice kind of shine. When I played around with it earlier, I didn't use the glitter glue, and it definitely was not as, it almost reminded me of, you know, like those shimmers that are kind of, you apply them over things to give them like a little bit of a sparkle, but not too crazy. It kind of did that. I'm just gonna take a bit more of that shimmery yellow shade and just apply in between kind of where we already have the color and that white shimmer shade. What this is kind of reminding me of is there's one time I don't remember if she said it or I read it or something. I don't remember where I read it, but it was talking about people are always asking her, like, how are you so good? Like, how do you always have these different ideas and all of that? And it really talked about just recreating other people's makeup. As I'm kind of chatting for a second, I'm just gonna go using this, I think it's the B1 brush by Blend Bunny Cosmetics, between the blue shade and that like brownie orange shade, just to kind of get this outer corner blending. But anyways, what she had said was what she did when she didn't feel inspired, or just to kind of really work on technique, which even for myself, I know I'm not like, you know, terrible at makeup, but at times lately I've been noticing, I would say especially, inspiration is just lacking. And basically, so what she said she would do a lot is recreate a lot of other people's makeup looks, which is something that obviously with this I'm doing just to, you know, it's kind of a thing for myself, you know, that in a way is inspiring, is just because you're not feeling the inspiration or whatever, doesn't mean you should just stop. Because especially for me, I've wanted to get more into makeup for such a long time, and I think that I'll feel excited about it, and then I'll be like, you know what I mean, almost feel like in a rut, which I think happens a lot with a lot of different things, and it never should be a reason that you give up, you know what I mean? So even just like for me, like even though I'm not feeling always like super inspired and everything, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't still be creating. It doesn't mean I shouldn't be recreating and, you know, working on my technique, which is something that for myself and even I would say other people out there is definitely a good thing to do when you really just don't feel like you have it in you. Work on your technique, work on something that is easier in a way, and is, you know, a way you can still work towards your goals without, you know, just throwing in the towel and quitting everything. But for that fun little, I don't know, whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up the edges real quick and apply liner, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it looked like she had used a white eyeliner in the waterline, so I used to use my favorite, the NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil. We're gonna go ahead and start working under the eyes. I'm just gonna grab an angled brush, if I can find one. Yeah, it's this one. So this is an old crafty art brush. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the blue, and then we'll use that lighter green shade. Blend it in with that. Let's start with the blue first. Okay, and then we'll go in with the green shade using this Before brush from Blend Beauty Cosmetics. Just blending it in. One thing I've been really liking to do lately is really blow out more like the color underneath my eyes. For so long I felt that you really had to keep it so like close to your eyes, and now I don't know, it's kind of fun to really let the colors out there and go wild. Alright, went a little bit crazy with the blush and all of that, because, you know, fun, why not? But, yeah, that is basically the end of this video. I'm playing with this gorgeous palette from Posh Culture, the Makeup Toyz Color Me Carnival palette. So pretty, just to show you again. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this look. How do you think I did? Did I hopefully do it justice? Go ahead and give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on my next one. Okay, bye!